Do you have another one of those?
Yeah.
What are the odds I can have a cup full?
1 out of 3.
1,
2, 3.
3.
That was me giving you a fucking Monaco.
Bambi got a spicy margarita at Gophers the other night, and it smelled.
I served him.
Ugh. Oh yeah,
I brought it to
our
your
server.
I brought it to the table for you.
That food was gas.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. Today's podcast is about mental health. So, dude, that's not funny. You're not supposed to laugh, I feel like.
But we're funny. So that's a good point because, like, I feel like the funniest people are the most fucked up.
Yeah, they got the most problems.
Bro, I'm funny as fuck.
Okay, dude, you're just digging now.
Alright, nah, we're being serious.
Right.
Mental health matters.
Your mental health matters.
I care about you.
Scroll to the very bottom. It's a great one to start with.
The very bottom.
It's like...
Bro, whoa, the very bottom, guess what it says? Did you not know what it said?
No, I thought it was a different one. I can see, like... don't have my glasses on,
Bro.
but I can see kind of what it says.
It literally says, I swear to God, the very bottom. Humor as a coping mechanism for mental health.
What the fuck?
And we're sitting here doing the whole we can't stop laughing. I literally just said the funniest people are the most fucked up. Bro, that is weird. It's literally the bottom one.
Yeah, I did not read that one. What's the topic?
How laughter can alleviate stress and anxiety.
Every day. All the time. Like, whenever I was a child, I probably did laugh a lot more, but I remember the specific times now that I'm older. If that makes sense.
Yeah. That was crazy how that all just worked out.
That was kind of crazy.
Bro, I feel like that happened for a reason. Like you said, you were like, you're just going all over the place. And then right after I was like, the funniest people are the most fucked up. You're like, scroll to the bottom. Like, what's the very bottom one? And then we scrolled down and it said humor as
a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
That is kind of crazy.
I just saw a good suggestion from ChatGPT. It's talk about embracing failure and learning from your mistakes. Because
that's a good one.
That might be the best lesson out there. Everyone's scared to fail, like that's why they don't try.
Yeah, no one tries anymore because you don't know what's gonna happen, you know?
And everyone's like scared people will be like, oh, they failed.
Mm-hmm.
I swear that's the like...
No one else is thinking that besides you.
Right, exactly. But that's what holds almost, I feel like 99% of people back. Like, even at times it holds me back. And I'm aware of it, you know what I mean? I'll even notice it.
Same.
And then I'll be like, but it's so hard to overcome that feeling of like, it didn't work out the way I wanted it to.
Yeah, it's almost like if you don't jump in the first 30 seconds, you're not going to go. Or within the first 5, probably even.
Yeah, bro, that makes me think of like how my how my procrastination from high school stemmed over to like my adult life. Cause even small things like I'll say I'm gonna do something for bills or my budget or something on Tuesday, and then I'll let it go by a few days, and I'm like, oh, I'll get to it, and then like before leading up to it, I say I'm gonna get to it tomorrow. I'll definitely get it done. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Never gets done.
Never gets done. So like you said, you just gotta jump, like right when you think about it. That's good for even just getting ideas down. Just write thoughts down or record music, whatever you want to do. But it's really good to jump on inspiration. Like,
yeah,
right when you feel it, if you don't jump on it, I do that all the time. Speaking of mental health struggles, like, I feel like I'm struggling with an addiction to alcohol, and I mean, I smoke weed all the time and shit.
Right.
But I feel like I'll like have a whole day go by where I just don't get anything done because I'll feel inspired. Like, I'll wake up and maybe do a little bit, like take a couple hits, and I'll be like, oh, I want to get
Let's
this
go.
done. But then
Yeah.
I keep going with it, and then
it
all of a
just
sudden I look
overtakes.
up and it's 8
Yeah.
p.m. and it was just 8 a.m. and I'm like, oh, my whole day's gone
Yeah.
now.
And I feel like we validate ourselves, like, working. Like, if you put in 8 hours, yeah, you think in your mind you have the right to, oh, I can go to the bar, I can go get a drink, I can do this, I can smoke that. But at the end of the day, it's just doing you bad.
It is.
It's gonna take you lower.
I was just thinking today, like, cause bro, I'm trying to overcome that shit. I truly am. Like, I put in effort, you know, but it doesn't look like I do, cause I keep falling victim to it.
I'm falling victim. I said that I was done with drugs and then I missed.
I truly go through it on the way to going and buying liquor. I'm like telling myself in my brain, I'm like, yo, you don't need it. Just turn around and go. But then I'm like, all right, maybe tomorrow. Like, I'm like, I'll get over it, but maybe tomorrow. And like you said, I'm telling myself, oh, I worked all day. I got a paycheck coming in. I'll be fine on Monday.
Yeah,
I tell myself
we
every
all
excuse. Yeah.
Validate with excuses, for
For
sure.
real. It's just people make excuses about different subjects. You know, some people think it's so bad to smoke weed, but they drink
Right.
1,000 fucking milligrams of
And
caffeine.
then go drive.
I'm talking about caffeine. Like,
Yeah, go drive.
and then
off
they go
that
fucking
caffeine.
driving there like all fucking geeked out on sugar and shit. There's certain people that will drink a whole bunch of alcohol and look at people who smoke weed. I do think it's changing though, just because weed's becoming legal around the world.
That is true. Yeah, weed is becoming more, like, socially acceptable.
hmm
I think even from...
Shit, my coworker was rolling a damn joint in the bar the other day. I swear to God. Exactly.
We were at the performance. Homie was rolling up in the bar.
No,
and-
that was me.
Oh, yeah, it was you. And they go, oh, yeah, no one will see it. It'll be okay.
It would have been fine.
It would have been fine, but it's frowned upon.
Exactly. That's the main point of what we started this discussion. Because it's not socially acceptable. It's this, and literally, there is a cup of alcohol in everyone's fucking hand right in front of them. That is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Because you're at the bar, weed's legal and beer is legal. It's not like we're sparking it in the bar, but you see someone rolling up and it's like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But everyone has a damn cup of alcohol, which is even worse in my opinion.
That is crazy to think about.
I haven't even ever thought of that. I was literally thinking that shit. I recorded my coworker. I was like, bro, what are you doing? But now that I'm thinking about it, that is fucked up.
Yeah.
Because
Damn.
it's just so socially acceptable to be drinking. You're at a bar and it's like, no one even cares if you're smoking, but if you see someone rolling up inside, it's
Right.
like, what the hell? Like,
Everyone
what?
freaks out.
Right. Me
Self-included,
included.
yeah.
Okay, this one's good.
Nurturing.
No. The importance of boundaries and saying no.
The importance of boundaries and saying no. I like that. I've learned to do that a lot more recently. I used to be a yes man, for sure.
hmm
But now, not so much.
I think everyone has a little bit of yes man in them, you know? They went through a
For the right
period in their
person.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are just like that to everybody. That's kind of how I am. And I've been noticing it recently, just like you said, and trying, like, I don't want to be like that. I don't think it's positive for anybody
But it's necessary.
to be a yes man.
No, to be a no man.
Why is it necessary to be a no man?
Peace. So you get peace. Like, I don't know. Some things are just not meant for you. No matter how many times someone asks you. Like.
But it's sometimes good to say yes.
It is good, son. Sometimes.
So it's like, be a maybe man.
That is true. It's more or less the person that's asking, I think, when it comes down to it.
Or just how genuine they are about the request. If it's...
True.
Because, bro, there's... The
You
more
can
and
see
more,
right through people.
Right.
It's so easy. Like,
it is.
I don't understand that.
But it's also like, you don't want to be rude to another human being. That's kind of how I feel whenever I'm like, I don't feel like this is genuine, and I don't
It's
think
'cause you
they
are
deserve.
genuine.
But it's like, you gotta give to get, and there is no taking.
Mm-hmm. And I think that is because you are genuine.
Did you hear what I said?
Say that again.
That shit blew my mind. You've gotta give to get, and there is no taking. That's how I feel. You've gotta, like, it's all about giving, basically. Like, you gotta give to get, and there is no taking. Like, you don't take anything for free, you know? And you've gotta give to get.
Fuck. That's deep.
Copyrighted.
Clip that shit.
Hey, chat, clip that.
Yeah, boundaries are necessary in everyday life.
They are. Because it even starts with boundaries for yourself. Everyone has human instincts and temptations, and everyone's got that part of their brain that is quote unquote the like monkey brain, where it's just reacting and it doesn't think. Everyone has that. Everyone's human, you know? But it's like, you've got to learn to set boundaries with yourself, and it's hard. It's almost the hardest with yourself. I try to tell myself every night, I'm like, I wake up in the morning after drinking and being up late and having to go to work in the morning, and I'm like, there's no way I'm going to make myself feel like this again. I'm not drinking tonight. I'm going to bed early. There's no way I'll do this again.
Yep.
Every time the night comes around, it's like my fucking monkey brain's like, go get some alcohol. And that comes back to the point where I was like on my way there. I'm telling myself like, you don't need it. But then it's just been a cycle. It really has.
Yeah.
I think it's weird because I haven't heard too many people like talk about it openly like we do that are still in it. You know, most people are like, oh yeah, I was definitely addicted to alcohol and then I overcame it.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
it's like right now, right here, I don't see the light at the end of the cycle in that regards. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I also do. I have
But
faith.
you've been breaking.
I have blind faith. But that's what I truly
I feel like you have spurts. Like me coming at you as a friend, I feel like you do have spurts where your intuition and like your creativity take over, and then you put it to the side. But then sometimes it's my fault too. Like I influence you to make bad decisions when it comes to...
But it's also the other way around. But we also have really deep talks about how we want to overcome it. And that's some real shit.
That's
like,
a start.
That's more than a lot of people do with their friends that they're always drinking with. It's like, bro, most people live in a world where it's normal to anytime you go hang out with your friends, you're getting drunk, you're getting high, you're getting whatever. And not many people look at each other and be like, yeah, we should do less. Let's do less. And like really want to. I can tell like we genuinely want to do less. But then, like we were saying, the night comes around and that brain don't turn off.
It's hard sometimes.
It's really hard.
A lot of people would not have friends if they did not have alcohol or weed or some kind of substance together. So I want everyone to do this, including like you with most of your friends. See like where, like what occurrence always happens when you're together. Is it like drinking alcohol, smoking weed, like popping pills, whatever it is? A lot of that shit we've overcome. Like I've overcome pills and shit in my past, but a lot of people, they are friends with other people solely because of a substance.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like
it's
you
sad.
feel comfortable doing it around them, so,
Mm-hmm.
and
that's all it is. It's comfortability.
yeah, and that's a dangerous spot to be comfortable in.
Mm-hmm.
That really comes back to setting boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Just like we were saying, you gotta set boundaries not only with yourself, but with other people. And it's tough because of just like we've been saying, you've got that part of your brain that's telling you, that'd be fun, you deserve that, you worked all day, like, go do it. And I think some people, it's hard to understand how hard it is for other people to overcome it.
It really is. Yeah.
Because some people, they can overcome it like that. Some people can go cold turkey. There are people like that in this world. But I truly think a majority of the people with anything they try to overcome, and it's a whole process. You got to realize you need to overcome it. You got to actually want to overcome it. You've got to believe you're going to overcome it. And then you've got to put in the work to overcome it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a whole process. And it's not easy and it's not short. I don't think it's ever a short period of time for anybody to do. People can act like they are. They can hold their egos up and they can say, no, I'm this, I'm that. Like, I don't. But it's like deep down where it matters.
You know what it is.
Yeah, everybody does.
I think that comes back to excuses. We all make excuses, especially based around that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to drugs or alcohol, you're definitely gonna put up your walls and be like, and validate your wrongdoing, you know? And that's where a lot of people fall in the pits.
That's where that first step comes into play, is realization. Because it is so easy. Bro, a lot of people don't even realize they tell themselves shit like that. They just do it.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many people in this world that I can truly tell that's how it is in their mind. They make themselves believe it's true.
That's the thing. It is subconscious. You don't have the control over it until you realize there's a problem. Until you realize there's a problem.
Exactly. Because you don't have control over it if you don't know it's not a problem.
Mm-hmm. If you don't even have the recollection of what might be wrong, you're not going to think anything's wrong.
Set your boundaries, y'all.
Boundaries and saying no. Be a maybe man. Because you never know when that maybe might turn to a yes.
When it comes down to it, the most fucked up people can make some pretty cool art.
I'd agree, though. I'd agree.
Honestly, I think it's a blessing and a curse because I was influenced by sad music. I made sad music, and then my life got sad. You know what it's like, yep. I almost convinced myself I was sad just because that's the type of music I like listening to. I try to be on positive shit, but when it comes down to it, I think...
You're mostly positive, though.
But your creativity helps you express those feelings, you know?
Very true. Very true.
Because it's never like... I'm never like...
You're never going to show that on the outside. You're
right.
Like...
It's not like I go into it and I'm like, I'm going to make a sad song because people like sad songs. It's like, I just be sad and I'm going to make a damn song, you know?
Or you let those feelings take over when you get creative.
Because that's the most rewarding thing, is whenever you look back on what you created when you were in a time of devastation. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's the most beautiful thing. And you can just look at it and say, even though I was in that time, I was putting my effort into expressing it through art. Yeah. Through art.
It's always good to see how far you've come. For sure.
That's that new album. Probably half the songs on it are old songs that I forgot about. It's like I randomly found them and I was like, I need to release these.
Yep.
So I made the album and it's my favorite piece of work I've ever done, like myself, by myself.
For yourself. You know, it's crazy to me that we did make, like, I made money off music. That is crazy to me.
And we don't even charge that much.
All right, today's video is sponsored by Apartment 13 Studios. You can follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. We will be putting out videos at least twice a month.
True that.
Like and subscribe now.
Please. Because as you can tell from the topics, we're like sad and shit. So maybe you could cheer us up with a like and subscribe and maybe even a comment. Love you guys. What do you think about Kanye?
I love Kanye. He's a creative mastermind. He does everything strategically. He's not insane.
I know.
He knows exactly what he's doing
He does.
and how he's going to do it.
It's crazy to think about that in the bigger picture because the world really paints a picture of someone none of them know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's enough information out there to know about Kanye, and if you know about Kanye, why would you hate on the guy?
Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard of the term self-humiliation?
Yeah.
Like, it's basically like gaining clout for doing something negative in the media. And that's exactly what he did. He's not having episodes. He might be on antidepressants and pills, but I'm sure he's got a good doctor that knows exactly what they're doing.
Right.
We're not just going to prescribe Kanye West some benzos and make him go crazy like they portrayed it, you know?
Right.
I think he was actually probably going insane in his own mind, you know? Whenever you're going through that, you have nobody. Because you look at your Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, it's all Kanye's this, Kanye's that. It's more or less how people portray you and how you take that portrayal.
What if I told you that the portrayal meant nothing in all aspects?
That's the solid truth. Nothing but the truth. I solemnly swear to tell nothing but the truth, so help me God. Alright, what do you think about mental health and
I don't fuck
relationships?
with it. Oh.
Relationships.
Mental health and relationships.
Just like with your friends, family. Do you think anyone really cares about your mental health in that circle that I'm talking?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This comes back to setting boundaries because the certain boundaries that I set in my life, if I notice the slightest bit of ingenuity.
A person being ingenuine?
Yes. It's like, I just know, you know, and I will not let myself even fall slightly into trusting someone like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing negative. I don't
It's
think
just
any
all principle.
it's like I don't think any negative thoughts about these people or anything, but I just can notice whenever I need to stop being around somebody, and I think all the people around me genuinely care about my feelings, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it stems from I was just very fortunate with the parents I was blessed with. Like, those are the first people I think of. I know they'd have my back through thick and thin. And I truly try my hardest not to take that for granted because I know it's not the same for everybody.
And it is easy to take for
It's
granted.
it's like that's just what you know from your life. That's just what you know. You know what I mean?
It's
And
how you're raised.
Yeah. And it's so hard to not see how bad it could be. Or how hard it could be. Not bad, but hard. Yeah, I think the people around me genuinely care. For sure.
I'd say the same for a few. Like, there's a select few. But I know if I line them up, I could say yes or no. Like 10 of the closest people.
Sit at home by myself all day unless we're doing something. Like, unless we're hanging or I'm hanging with Gabe or we're going to see Trey or see Vlad or whoever. But I truly, other than that, I'm not going out.
I feel that. I don't even like to be outside anymore. Like, I used to be in the bars every weekend, drinking every weekend, Friday, Saturday, religiously. Now, nah, fuck that. There's work to do. It came about from inspiration,
Yeah,
a little bit of good love. Like, honestly, if your friends aren't pushing you, that's not a friend at all. And I think that plays.
Bro, that is a friend. I think the word you're using, friend, that'd be like family, you know? Because friends, I don't think I have any friends that really care about my well-being. But, like, my family, like, and that's the people I love and the people that love me. And that's the people I spend time with, you know what I mean? Like, I think I just refer as family in that sense, because friends, I feel like, are different.
If your friends, or more importantly, your family isn't pushing you to be better, then what's the point in keeping them around, you know? I truly think that everyone has good in them, but some people are not meant for your life, you know?
Yeah.
Some people are meant to exit your life or be there for a portion of your life. And then you can make that judgment on your own, whether it's right or wrong. You'll find out. But I think that's very important, is like taking every experience into consideration with that person before you truly let them go.
100%.